The reality of Somalia existence. Somalia is not a country. It's a failed project built on the idea of a non-existent third entity meant to be called the Somali Republic. Somalia did not just commit genocide against the ISAC community, it launched a full-scale campaign to erase Somaliland from existence. Landmines, aerial bombings, mass executions. This was not just war. It was an attempt to wipe out Somaliland's people, making it easy to invade and commit demographic change. All while seizing a strategically vital location by wiping out an entire indigenous population and stealing their homeland. Somalia's systematic genocide against Somaliland reached horrific depths with attempts to use chemical weapons in 1989 as part of its quest for a final solution to the ISAC problem. In January 1987, Major General Morgan, a key figure in Somalia's genocidal campaign, sent an official military report to his father-in-law, the genocidal dictator Siad Barre, recommending final solution measures for Somalia's ISAC problem. This death letter was a chilling blueprint for ethnic cleansing, suggesting the systematic extermination of an entire indigenous people to pave the way for Somalia's annexation. This document reveals the premeditated nature of the genocide and how it was seen as a strategic solution to a political problem, an absolute violation of humanity masked as statecraft. The brutality of this attack reveals the lengths to which Somalia would go to fulfill its expansionist goals, seeing the annihilation of Somaliland's indigenous population as a means to an end. And even today, Somalia continues its assault, not with bombs but with propaganda, erasing Somaliland's rightful history and denying its people their sovereignty. This is not just ethnic cleansing. It's a calculated long-term occupation disguised as diplomacy. This map represents the territorial extent of Somalia, an entity whose sovereignty is questionable under international law. Somalia's statehood was never formally established and is based on a failed, unratified union with Somaliland. The area shown here is what is legally recognized as Somalia, in the absence of its territorial false claims over the Republic of Somaliland, an independent and sovereign state. On July 1st, 1960 Republic of Somaliland's independence and recognition were needed to give Somalia legitimacy, as Somalia was still under Italian colonial rule. While Somaliland was already an independent country that had gained its independence from Britain, yet that union was never legally valid. The Somali Republic was a theoretical construct meant to merge Somaliland's sovereign territory with the non-state Somalia. A merger that never came to existence because no treaty was ratified and the union itself was illegal. Now, the Republic of Somaliland, a fully de jure independent and recognized state, is being asked to surrender its sovereignty to a non-state entity like Somalia. A failed entity that's never had proper credentials to be recognized as a country. How can an independent, sovereign, and a de jure functional Somaliland be expected to submit to a territory that never legitimately existed, and which is still failing to meet the most basic requirements of statehood? Failed Somalia did not become a legitimate state by accident. It needs the Republic of Somaliland's existence and recognition to legitimize its own empty claims to authority. A sovereign, independent nation versus a failed non-state. For those who are not up to speed, Republic of Somaliland is a legally sovereign state that has never truly lost its independence since gaining it on June 26, 1960. Despite being annexed and forcibly taken over by non-state Somalia under the idea of uniting the two to form something called the Somali Republic, Somaliland has remained a distinct country with its own governance, economy, and legal frameworks in line with state continuity. The illegal union with Somalia was an unratified union, an annexation, not a legitimate treaty.